Hello and welcome to this energy update. We're going to improvise some channeled messages. I have prepared only some slides here and see what comes through. This is the first energy update for the Mosdala 2 channel, so welcome. And let's get into it. Here we have the Strength card. I wanted to talk about that a bit. And well, it links for me, in my understanding, to the fire energy, to the instinct, to Leo, but also it links to Aries as the instinctual spark that is kind of like the foundation for the Leo creative expression. And then the lady here that is directing this kind of volatile or scary or powerful energy, she is able to befriend it and direct it. So that kind of feels like a Libra kind of energy in some sense, where we are integrating both that Aries individual spark, that power, that will, and that inner instinct that is in our biology that can kick in. But then the Libra side of it is that we are directing it in ways that does not isolate us from others, that we are honoring our own needs of connection, but also of authenticity. So that's what I feel like it's talking about for me in this moment. And then also to add a little layer to this, here's a little picture to add to it. Then here's like the layer of the mind, where we might have limiting beliefs about things, about parts of ourselves or of life in general, or specific aspects of life, which then can lead to that we're not tapping into that body wisdom as deeply as we might be able to otherwise. And that's where then comes in like the deconditioning. First of all, noticing, like when our mind goes believing things, noticing the limits that we put on ourselves, and then deconditioning and getting to the truth of it instead, and noticing that we are not limited, really. Sometimes it's just what we've been made to believe that something is impossible or that something is not for us. So that's another layer to it. But we want to have all the dimensions of our being. We want to have both the wholeness, but also like the separate parts working together with the instinct, fire, the mind, the air, the words, the broad perspective. Then we have also earth, so our senses, our lived experience, the practical everyday things, what we need. And we have water, so the emotional, spiritual flow, or learning about it, and learning to how to clear those stagnant waters and let them flow again. All these sorts of things in symbology we can learn more about. And I've studied astrology and also symbology in other ways, but yeah, that's where I'm coming from with this. But also I read the tarot, so I have like this archive playlist from the readings from last year, and if you vibe with it, you can check that out. Tarot archive and astrology vault playlist from my main channel. The main channel is transitioning to being more in Finnish mostly, so that's why I have this second channel now. And also put together this sort of readings bundle that not everyone has access to. It is like an unlisted playlist with these unlisted videos. And if you want access to these tarot readings and astrology, then can contact me, PayPal me €20, and you will help support my creativity and have this access to these early access videos that I'm not sure if they all will become public ever, but I just want to keep that option for myself. If I want to bring them forward, then I will replace that video in the bundle with something else. Okay. And here we have the 12 houses, associated planets and signs. I have a video made of these two. I think I'm gonna make it part of the bundle. If you're interested in such a thing, where I go through the main themes of each sign and then the challenge of each sign. Alright. Okay, let's look at these charts a bit. We have this big focus on North Node Pisces for the coming year or so, where the collective evolution is directed towards the themes of Pisces. So you can look at your Pisces house to get your more personal themes for what is developing this coming year. And this chart here is the Virgo lunar eclipse that we had on the 14th or around. And that was opposite the moon. The opposite the sun in Pisces. And we're in this eclipse window right now with these endings, processing of past emotions or situations because of Venus and Mercury retrograde. And I feel like the Pisces energy brings in like about where don't we have strong boundaries, where are we like, where's there too much of an energetic merge with energies that are not for us anymore. And to, I guess, clarify that, but also like, in a sense, like it doesn't need to be forever. Sometimes we just need more stronger boundaries. And to trust our own feeling about it. Like I've noticed myself that when I set stronger boundaries, I notice myself relaxing a lot more, sleeping a lot deeper. So it really does affect us on a very deep level. So that's one thing that has been coming up for me personally with this time. And very much with also Neptune and Saturn, slow-moving planets, are going to together move over from Pisces, from the final 12th sign of the zodiac, into Aries. Starting this year, they will retrograde and enter again next year there. But it's starting now, this very new cycle of this divine flow of Neptune, this creativity from the deep, from the very deep experiences. This creativity is getting a new beginning in Aries. And Saturn then brings like that responsibility that we are kind of waking up to in a new cycle, to take action in making the world better for all of us. Yeah, so let's look at the solar eclipse coming up here. At 10 degrees or so, Aries. And we're gonna have Venus with Neptune right then. Venus has to do with our embodiment and our relationships. And they're retrograding, really probably looking at the past, looking at endings, looking at what's no longer working, but at the same time, like figuring out where we want to go. With regards to relationships, and wanting to bring that, divine connection, divine flow into the lived experience. It's not just stories, or it doesn't need to be just rare occasions either. It all depends on how much we cultivate that awareness and that connection. And there are so many different ways to do it, but if you want to talk about it, we can meet up in Discord, or you can send me an email. You can message or see about meeting for a voice or a video call. Yeah. Yeah, eclipses are always about endings and beginnings, or changes with regards to the themes of where the eclipses happen. But now we also have this outer, slower planet movements correlating almost with this eclipse season, this spring, or kind of like bringing in now like some shifts in a way. Already, and then gonna keep seeing maybe the new more again, like in April and May and into summer. At least some glimpses and something starting to form, something different, something new. Because we gotta remember, nothing really stays the same. There's always, like, even if the cycles are kind of repeating, but that's just on the charts, they're always unique, the combinations. So every moment is unique, and like to appreciate that is one way that brings me into that connection with the Neptunian eternal creative flow. It's one simple way to find the gratitude for the moment, for the present. And yeah, looking at after that, the 13th of April, we have this full moon in Libra, and it's gonna be opposite Chiron. Chiron will be there with the sun, so Chiron and the sun illuminating that Libra relational energy. Probably like looking at like what have we healed by now and what we still need to heal. It's gonna be more clear at that point. Of course, like in a way, illuminating what we figured out during this Venus retrograde. Venus gonna go station direct right before. No, wait. Oh, right then. Yeah, right on that full moon. So, yeah, then it's shifting moment. But yeah, we're gonna keep figuring things out in this portal, in this liminal shifting time. And the Libra, yeah, the Chiron, that's gonna still be there for a couple of years in Aries, so we're still kind of, there's still some stuff that can come up, like some lessons, some karma about Aries that needs to clear in the final decan of Aries. But I do feel like like there has been a lot of learning already with the North Node was right here. The North Node moves the opposite direction from where the planets move from the point of view of the Earth. And so we had like a focus of evolution in the sign of Aries, where we have found more of our authenticity and our will, and finding ways to piece that together with others who actually agree, or like who want to keep growing together in an honest, upright way. Yeah. Indeed. So, the death card that can, well, it will come for all of us at some point, it will, but it's not the end only of this particular life. It all depends on your perspective. Like if you identify only with this character that you are in this life, this body that you are in this life, then sure, it can seem very scary. But if you identify yourself as being part of that bigger life force, that the same life force that is in everything that is living, then there's more hope for like a continuation. Even if it isn't in the same form, or even with this same personality, or in that sense, but some sort of life essence will carry on. And if you think about it, life has gone on for so long, so long already. I don't think that even us humans can stop it, even if we mess everything up. I hope we don't. I hope we can still fix things and start creating together with nature instead of just extracting from her. But yeah, I think it will keep going, and in some way our essence is eternal. So, and to remember, like, that those cycles of dieback of the winter, and that, or the bigger cycles of growing old and dying, it's part of the cycles of generations and of different ages, and that is part of the cycles of life. Okay, so also in the future I want to talk about the goddess asteroids. So here's the symbol of Juno. And I'm not going to get into it too much right now, but I just wanted to mention it. Maybe you want to subscribe and learn about that more in the future. And yeah, thanks for being here. This is a little bit new format. I'm gonna see how it goes, and hope to connect with you in the comments or email or Discord or some other way. Thank you for everything. Okay. See ya.